So
you forgot
Cats
to
and
mention,
Oktoberfest. It works.
You forgot to mention you were the butt of the joke, Malcolm. Yes. Yeah. Well, this hurricane season has been extremely active. We've had 15 named storms so far, 10 of which became hurricanes in a row. That actually hasn't happened since 1893. This Atlantic hurricane season continues to break decades-old records because of the massive amount of tropical energy it's generated.
All right, so that's why I'm here in the Weather Center, so that Danny can give us all of a breakdown of this record-breaking season and explain some of this historical data.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about here.
All right, the 2017 Atlantic hurricane season as a whole ranks 8th, that's incredible, out of the most intense hurricane seasons since records began in 1950.
The title for most active season goes to the year 2005. That year, 28 named storms formed. So many that the National Hurricane Center and NOAA ran out of names. They had to go to the Greek alphabet and made it all the way down to Tropical Storm Zeta, if you can believe it. Yeah, that's the same year that Hurricane Katrina devastated the Gulf, where more than 1,000 people died.
Oh, wow. Well, the intensity of a hurricane season is determined by something called accumulated cyclone energy. Yes. So, Danny, if you can explain how that works.
Yeah, accumulated cyclone energy, or ACE, is a measure that NOAA uses to express the activity of a particular storm or the season as a whole. It's used by approximating the wind energy over a system's lifetime. We have had very powerful storms that lasted for long periods of time this season, which explains the high ranking. In fact, Irma set a record this year with 185-mile-per-hour winds sustained for 37 hours with more than 3 days as a Category 5 total.
Yeah, that is something we don't want, but it happened. Last month seemed to be especially full of hurricane activity. Seemed like storm after storm. Is that abnormal?
Yeah, well, NOAA has actually declared September 2017 as the most active month on record when it comes to tropical activity in the Atlantic Basin. That's because last month 4 tropical storms formed and all 4 became hurricanes. 3 of those major hurricanes, which is a Category 3 or stronger. NOAA officials say that last month was 3.5 times more active than any month in the last 3 years. We should note that this data only includes storms that formed in September. Harvey and Irma formed in August, but still existed in September.
Oh my God, and the costs, obviously, they're so expensive. Here in Florida, Irma alone cost the state's agriculture industry an estimated $2.5 billion. This season's cost hasn't been fully calculated yet because it hasn't ended, but it is expected to surpass 2005. That cost $150 billion in damages. And experts estimate that 2017 will cost somewhere around $180 billion.
That's incredible. And the worst part is that hurricane season not over yet. It's until November 30th. And in fact, we have a hurricane right now in the Atlantic, so still busy.
I hope we don't get to that Greek alphabet.
I know, only at letter O at this point. Here's a look at Hurricane Ophelia. The good news about Ophelia, it's headed the other direction, expected to have no impacts on Southwest Florida. I'll have that full traffic update coming up in